How's it going, guys, and welcome to the first episode of this brand new career mode series that I'm going to be starting on this channel. And welcome to the first episode of the Regen Dream Team career mode series. For those who don't know, I ran a voting video about a week ago now, and it was basically asking you guys what career mode you want me to do, and I've got the results on screen now for you. A lot of you wanted to see this Regen Dream Team series, and now we're going to be getting into it, and it's going to be a very interesting one. You may be able to see as well, we're currently 10 years down the line in career mode. We're in 2025, and I'll show you exactly why in just a minute. But if you are excited for this series, then make sure you do leave a like on the video. And since it is the first episode, and if you want to see the second episode of this series, then make sure you get this first episode to over 200 likes. But before we do get into anything, I probably should explain the rules of the series and how everything is going to work. The whole purpose of this career mode is to get all the best regens from the best players in the world and try and create the best regen team possible. We already have a starting point in this series because otherwise this series would be going on for a little bit too long. I want to keep it short but sweet, but also make it interesting for you guys. If you don't know what a regen is, then I will leave a link in the description down below and on screen right now to a video that I did make a few months ago describing how to find regens and what they actually are. I've got a full team of regens right here. It's not all of the best regens in the world. It's only some players that I've ended up signing, and most of these are players that are retired early on in career mode. But we will take a little look at the team and see what we have to play with. We have quite a few interesting players in this team, a lot of high potential ones at that as well. First off in goal, we've got this goalkeeper, Christian Lucci or Lucci. I'm not really too sure how you pronounce his name, but this guy is Buffon's regen, and he certainly does look like an interesting player. Very, very good already at the young age of 21. And the good thing about this guy, he is one of the only players in this whole squad who has the potential to be special. And I really think that we can grow this goalkeeper into a really, really big talent. We also have Dani Alves' regen, already at an 81 at the age of 23. Some really, really stellar physical stats there, looking very, very nice. He's also got incredibly well-rounded skill attributes as well. Next up, we've got two centre-backs here, both of them being Chiellini and Barzagli's regen, respectively. Chiellini's regen being this player right here, Melchiori, I think that's how you say his name. He's got really, really good pace, really good aggression, and fantastic defending stats, only 23. Perfect work rates, and he's very tall as well. Barzagli's regen is a little bit younger, but he does also look very, very good physically. Very good pace and strength again. Could work on the defending a little bit though. And the next player that we do have in the team is going to be a bit of a surprise to some people, but this is actually Dimitri Payet's regen. Again, very good physical stats, well-rounded. Sad to see that he doesn't really have any good skill moves or weak foot, but yes, he is Dimitri Payet's regen. We also have Philipp Lahm's regen, and you're going to see a bit of a common occurrence with a lot of these players having very well-rounded skill attributes and also very good physical attributes as well. This is probably one of my favourite regens that we have in the team at the moment, and he is Guillermo Galan Inigo, and he does look absolutely incredible already at 22. Not only does he have amazing physical stats and just brilliant stats all round, this guy is Iniesta's regen, and he has 5-star skill moves and 3-star weak foot. And I think this guy is going to be a lot of fun to play with. Once again, another very good player on the left wing position. We do have Ribéry's regen. Very good pace, very good strength, and just all round a very, very good player. Equally with the goalkeeper in this team, we do have an amazing looking regen here. And this is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo's regen. He has potential to be special, obviously, and I think he's going to be a very good player for us once again. All round, amazing physical attributes already, and he's just looking like a really, really good player. Next up, we have Tevez's regen. He is also looking like a very, very good player, and I have to say, a lot of these players are going to be pretty damn pacey, and I think this team is going to be pretty overpowered when we finish building it. We have one of the big boys of the team now. It's going to be Ibra's regen. 87 overall already at the age of 24. This guy is nowhere near at his peak of growth just yet. He's still got a long way to go, and he's already looking absolutely insane technically. And he's already got all of these specialities as well. I think this guy's going to be a very good player for us. Next up, we do have Cesc Fabregas's Regen, only 19 years old and only 71 overall, so he's still got a bit of growth in him, and we probably will need to train him up a little bit if we're going to be using him. We've also got Petr Cech's Regen as well, only 66 at the age of 20, and I think we may need to loan him out or give him a bit of training. Another player that I do think we need to give a bit of training, because he does look like a bit of a late bloomer, is Robben's Regen. Although he does have an exciting prospect, he's still only 74 at the age of 20, and I think we need to give him a bit of training, although he's got very good individual stats already, such as his finishing and ball control. They're looking very good. We also have Yaya Touré's Regen, another player that probably will need a bit of training here and there, because he isn't really looking amazing at the moment, but I think with a bit of training he will be pretty good. We also have, I believe this is Pirlo's Regen, again another player with 4-star skills. And the last player that we do have in the team is Ryan Harness. I do believe he's either Frank Lampard's or Steven Gerrard's Regen. I do get a bit confused sometimes because they are very similar players in the positions they can play. But that is the team that we've got to work with to begin with in this series, and it's looking very good, but there's a lot of room for improvement at the same time. But we want to try and get all of these players in this team, and some of the players that I have on my short list to the high 80s and the early 90s. By the end of this series, we want to try and get at least every position up to 88 or more. I think the main aim of this series is to try and win the Premier League with this Regen team, and to also try and win the Champions League if it is possible as well. I've also shortlisted quite a few Regens as well, and I'm going to show you them just in a little bit of detail and just show the outstanding ones as well. This guy's looking absolutely fantastic, and maybe he's a player that you guys want me to sign for this series. He's got 5-star weak foot again, and I believe he's Jerome Boateng's Regen, but again, I could be wrong on that one. It seems like we have a lot of defenders as well that have 5-star weak foot. Again, for Hummel's Regen, 5-star weak foot, perfect work rates, and 3-star skills as well. We've also got Sergio Ramos's Regen, still very young, but good for the future. Certainly one that we can look at. We've got Jordi Alba's Regen. Not really too good skill moves and weak foot wise, but he's decent enough. We've also got Marcelo's Regen here. Again, not really the best in skill moves and weak foot. Another exciting looking young player as well, Sergio Busquets' Regen. He doesn't really have the best work rates, but again, he's got decent weak foot and skill moves, which is nice. A player that I've been looking at heavily, and I really do believe this guy can really improve our midfield, is Modric's Regen. He is looking very good as well, but he does need a bit of training in his technical attributes. We've got some other players as well that are potentially retiring this season, such as Marco Reus. So next season we could get his Regen. Luis Suarez is only just retiring as well, so we could try and get him for next season. So Messi ended up retiring last season as well, and this is his Regen, Franco Barbona. Unfortunately, Messi's Regen is only 16 years old, and I say unfortunately because that does mean that he has quite a low overall, and we're going to probably have to train him a lot if we do end up signing him. We also have some other incredible looking Regens here. I'm not really too sure if this guy is a Regen of a real life player, because I just can't find a Portuguese striker that's this good. Drogba's Regen is also a player that we could try and sign as well. 5-star weak foot once again, perfect work rates for a striker, and also 3-star skills to go along with it. We have some other players on the shortlist as well, such as Rooney's Regen, and we also have Sergio Aguero's Regen that we could sign as well. But I think what we're going to be doing with the gameplay in this series as well is we're only going to be playing the big games, the big cup games, the big Champions League games, and also the big league games as well. We'll probably end up simming a lot of these games, but we'll play games like the Manchester United game there, the Chelsea game as well. I do believe that is in the Community Shield. But this episode is more of a taster episode more than anything, just giving you guys an idea of what this series is going to be about and what we're going to try and aim for in this series. I'm going to be scouting some of the best leagues as well to find some of the best Regen players. But if you guys think I should sign any Regen players, do let me know in the comments down below. And in the next episode, we will be playing some games with this Regen team, and we will be trying to make a few transfers happen as well. I'm intrigued to see what you guys think of this series and what you want me to do with the games that we're going to be playing in this series. Whether you think we should be playing most of the games, or whether you think we should just be playing the big games. If you have enjoyed this first episode of taking a look at the squad that we do have of the Regens, and also having a little look at the shortlist as well, make sure you leave a like on the video, and if we can get this over 200 likes, that would be greatly appreciated. But apart from that, guys, I'm going to have to leave it there, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.